Your name? Yes, Gavin. Right. When I'm listening to you, the truth and beauty of what you say is self-evident, yes? Right. But when I get out into the world or in another place, it's so hard to stop the thinking. Yes. Righto. And when you're walking down the street, it's so difficult, so it's a hard thing to stop the mind. Can you say something practical about that? The important thing when you're walking down the street, to slow the mind and stop it, is to make sure that you look at the sky or see the sparrow in the gutter of the building, tweeting and playing around, or even in the dust, having a dust bath. You have to see that, for unconsciousness does not see the beauty of the earth. It is totally and utterly engaged in the excitement of man's world. Man did not make the sparrow. God, or life, this glorious thing that I am, don't put it onto me, will you? Keep your eye in your body, please. This glorious thing that I am in this body, that is life and God-made, not man-made. So when you're walking down the street, you are looking at man-made things, reading the cigarette advertisements, reading this, seeing the motor cars, allowing. There's always a bit of sky, man. And as soon as you look at the sky, you'll be reminded of yourself because it reflects yourself. But if you look at any man-made thing, it will reflect your thought, and you will think about man-made thoughts. And as all thoughts are man-made, not one thought is God-made. Not one single thought. You cannot think about one thing to do with God. Despite what all the Christian religion and everything might say, you cannot think about anything to do with truth or love or God or reality. It is utterly impossible. Because you can only think about the past. And truth and God and life and reality is now. And I cannot think about now. Because I am now. But to bring you into that nowness, you look at the sky. You get into the habit, if you like, of looking at the sky, searching for blades of grass as you walk down the street, right? That'll keep you conscious. Just a little hair of God in the form of a blade of grass trying to struggle through this man-made thinking concrete that he has imposed upon my earth. For my comfort and convenience, I did it, of course, because I'm man. But I've woken up to the error of my ways, and I can't stop my love of comfort and convenience, and I want plenty more new roads and big roads and new motor cars and new radio programs. But I can't stop that. I wanted that, and as the co-creator with God, so it must be. I've wanted it so long, I can't stop it. But I can go back to the earth inside of me and outside of me, and in that way I can overcome this stupid world that I have made, which only ends anyway, in death, disappointment, frustration, age, disease, what do you name it, heartbreak. You want it? You name it. All man-made. The answer to your question, right? Look at the sky. Okay. Now that's up to you to do, isn't it? You're man enough to remember that, aren't you? Right? And that's the alarm clock. Nature. And then you will smile, and this day will rise in you. And any day you've been with me, it will rise in you, for I am son of the earth, right? Son of the earth am I, this glorious earth. I am son of the earth, so everything that I say is of this glorious earth, to bring man down to earth, that he has left as he's gone into the momentum of the world and lost himself. Yes, this lady? I love to look at the trees in the sky, I enjoy it and I feel the good inside myself. Then I find my mind comes in and starts worrying about the future and thinking about the past. And that's true. That's a very good description of the brain, isn't it? Worrying about the future and thinking about the past. So, yes, what would be your question? I get so disturbed by my mind, almost as though I can't trust it. Well, let me tell you, you cannot trust the mind, right? You're dead right. It is utter phony. It must be the disciple, not the master. I am the master, and my mind in this body, which is my brain, is my loving, beautiful disciple. My mind is at my feet, saying, Master, I love you, what do you want? And I say to it, you be one with me. Don't you get down on your knees in front of me. You be one with me. That's what I want. And you stop trying to be the master. You join the master in your surrender, and then you can obey me as you want to do, because all disciples want to obey the master and serve the master, don't they? Well, that's what a disciple's supposed to do. I am the disciple of the glorious earth. That is, my master is God. I serve the glorious earth, which is man and woman. For man and woman is the living reality and life of the glorious earth. And I serve it. So man and woman are my master. And I am a willing and loving disciple of thee, one with thee, one with the earth that thou art. And it is my privilege and my gratefulness and gratitude to serve thee. So you see, I'm a disciple too. But my mind in this body must be there serving me. And it does this by surrender. So I can use it brilliantly. You hear me use it, the brilliance and swiftness of it, don't you? I've got to use my mind to speak, you know? I've got to speak through my brain. That's all I got, is a brain, which is a mind. There's no difference between brain and mind. They're the same thing. And I've got to use this brain. But I have enlightened this brain. You know what enlightenment means? Well, we did it on Monday night, didn't we? It means that I've unburdened this brain with its own willfulness. It only gets burdened with its own willfulness, just as you're describing. I know better than you, I'm going to think this thing through. Well, forget it. You can't think life through. You can't work anything out with your brain to do with love or God or life or truth. So it is really unreliable. Now, if you give up as much as you can, thinking about the past, you will then automatically not worry about the future. To give up thinking about the past is the key to it. Don't worry about worrying about the future. That's where worry of the future comes from, thinking about the past. One's the left hand, one's the right hand, you see. The left hand, you get rid of the left hand, the right hand disappears. And the way you do that is practicing what you're practicing now. You are practicing now, are you not? Not thinking and feeling the beauty of yourself, aren't you? Or the stillness of yourself, or the comfort of yourself, whatever it is that's inside of you, right? Now that's for when you go out there and the brain starts to sneakingly start to look at things outside and you lose yourself outside, it will soon start to think about problems or the past. So this is the key.